Hi, and welcome back to Newbreed Film Reviews. We have four of us on the show today. This is the first time in Newbreed Film Review history right here in the making. So you guys are listening to us right now. First ever for the show.
We're like Ninja Turtles.
I know. Now there's four of us. So we got Dave with us.
What's up?
We got Gil with us.
What's up?
And Paulie.
Yo.
All right. So on this show, we're going to talk about movies that you loved as kids, but when you grew up and you rewatched them, you realized that they were super, super cheesy. So I'm sure anyone that's out there that could relate, and we're all going to be probably within the same time frame as far as our generation of movies that we watched. So anybody that's in their late 20s, early 30s are probably going to be right in the same category as us. So if you want, Gil, I'm going to have you take it in on the first one.
Yo.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one. But I'm gonna say Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd. I thought it was awesome as a kid, and
dare you?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome as a kid. But hear me out. After seeing the new one, it kind of like it made it more cheesy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I give you
like,
that.
Stallone without the mask and like the blue like eye context, it was kind of like context was kind of like corny to me, and everything about that movie was corny. So I would have to say Judge Dredd.
All right, I have a little bit of love for it, the old Judge Dredd, but I'm with you because if you look at and you compare it to the new Judge Dredd with Carl Urban, like that dark, gritty way that they should have done it, like the comic book, Sylvester Stallone did not do it that way. There was like a cheesy comic book one. So I agree with you.
I am the law. Who's gonna touch on it? Paul?
On what, Dread? I've never seen it.
You never seen it? Okay.
No.
All right. The old Dread Gil, I was like half joking, dude. It was like it was cheesy, but because like we kind of grew up watching it, you got a soft spot for it, and it's Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And that's like one of my favorite action dudes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of with you on it. Yeah, like when you watch it now, honestly, I didn't think it was that great back then either. So like,
okay, well, I thought it was. That's why when I saw the new one, it kind of like
let me ask you,
it whooped his ass.
Well, the new one was badass, dude, like 10 times better. But let me ask you, did you have Judge Dredd pajamas back then?
No, I was too poor, dog.
Oh, okay. You just ruined the joke. It got real sad right now in the room. Never mind.
Why you gotta bring us down, Gil? Why you gotta bring us down?
I couldn't afford that. I'm sorry. I'm being too. I was too poor to afford those pajamas. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. Okay. Who's pick?
You go ahead, Dave.
All right. Okay. You guys are gonna hate on me. You're good thing you're away from me because you probably would just gang jump me right now. I'm gonna say the first two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Get out of here.
I'm dead serious,
Get
dude.
out of here.
Wait.
Go Ninja.
Number
rap.
2 was corny. Number 2 was wicked corny, but dude, the first one is.
I agree with Paulie to a point because number 2 was more they concentrated on it being funny, but part 1 was dope to me.
All right.
I'm sorry.
First of all, let me just say, Casey Jones, they messed him up. Like, they did not portray Casey Jones good at all. They picked the dweeb. Actually, I like that actor. He's not a dweeb. But
dweeb, you are showing your age right now, bro.
Dude, he was a total dweeb. But for Casey Jones, come on, dude. Casey Jones is Clint Eastwood in a hockey mask with, like, weapons. You know what I mean? But I didn't hate the first Turtles movie or the second one. Just watching it now, you realize how cheesy it is. Like, that's all, like I'm not totally hating on it, but, looking at it now, I laugh at it. It's like, man, I really was like into this.
Yeah, and Shredder was really, really cheesy.
Toka Razar! Yeah, dude, it was like so cheesy.
Yeah. So, growing up,
and
number 2
Razar
was
were
my
corny.
favorite.
Yeah, he had a big ass head.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they were awful.
Yeah,
rubber suits.
I really wanted to see. I wanted to see Bebop and Rocksteady though.
Yeah.
Like in part 2, everyone was waiting for them, but the technology, I guess it wasn't there yet.
How about the
whatever
rat?
you want to call it?
How about the Rat King or Leatherface, the crocodile dude or alligator? You don't remember him? Gil?
Yes.
No?
The Rat King was dope. I remember the Rat King. The Rat King was
Paul, you know
I remember the Rat
Leatherface.
King.
I guarantee.
Leatherface, not so much Leatherface, but Rat King I remember.
Or Leatherhead he was? I think Leatherhead.
Obviously, what's Kang or Krang? How'd you say his name?
Shredder?
The Brain. Like that was such a good cartoon, and yeah, they
that the
should have
dude with
brought
like
in
the
a lot of
brain
people.
in his chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just like a robot. That was like a man suit that the Brain wore.
Brain was controlling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had those weird like 80s slit eyes.
The visors.
They're
He had them Kanye
Technodrome
glasses.
was their
Yep.
yeah. So weird.
Krang West.
Yeah, them Kanye's.
That was
Kanye
my
stole
shit when I was a kid, though.
Kanye stole Krang swag.
Yo, Paulie, you know I own the whole collection, the whole series on DVD. Just
What, the cartoons?
Yes, I do, and it comes in
How
a
did you
Ninja
get
Turtle
them?
van. I'm so excited about it. It came out like 2 years ago, and I jumped on it. It was like $50.
For all the
You can order it now, but it's gonna be like
100 for that.
for all the listeners, Gil has a movie buying addiction. You know, he's clinically proven to buy any good deal Blu-rays that are out there on sale.
He beats me. Dude, I thought I was a blue head. Gil was like the ultimate blue head. Blu-ray fiend.
I'm a fiend.
That's cool, though.
All right, what you got, Paulie?
All right, so any of the Ernest movies, Ernest Goes
Oh
to
my
Jail,
God,
Ernest
dude.
Scared Stupid, any of those, like when you're a kid, Ernest was the shit. Ernest P. Worrell, right? And Burn.
Mm-hmm.
And now you go back and you watch it and you're just like, oh, how did I enjoy this? Like,
Yeah.
this is the cheesiest, corniest crap.
Is he alive, dude?
No, he died a couple years ago.
Wow.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Can I be real with everyone on here right now? The
I
troll,
still like the Ernest movie.
the troll from the Halloween one, used to scare me as a kid. Used to really scare me as a
absolutely.
kid. I was afraid that he was going to turn me into like that statue.
Dude, he was ugly as hell.
Yeah.
They
Like
did
the
a good
boogers
job.
coming out
I don't
his
remember
nose.
that one.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
They
boogers.
they threw
Oh.
milk on him or something like that. I think that's the way they got him to go away. They found out that if you throw milk on him, he goes away.
Dude,
Man,
That's definitely
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But, I agree with Paulie.
the troll from the actual Troll movie was scary. It was creepy as hell.
That
With the
was-
little ring, he used to like
Yeah,
stab
that
you
was
with the ring and turn you into a pod.
yeah.
Yeah, not cool, man.
No.
Ruined me.
Yeah, definitely the Ernest movies. I don't know how they made like 10 of them. I don't know how they made so many of them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how they. One ton of people threw money at them, and ton of people watched them. You know, they were like,
Yeah. When
they
we
would
were
have been.
kids, though, tell me you didn't love it when you were
That's
a kid.
true. It was definitely entertaining.
Dude, these guys.
You
Gotta go.
you guys notice that they're doing the same thing with the Medea movies?
Yes.
I never noticed that. I don't even know what that is. Medea?
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll just stay on Ernest.
Yeah.
That's a tell everything, I think.
Paul, let me ask you something though. When you say Ernest, I
Yes.
think of his rival during that time, which was Pee Wee Herman. In a way.
Right.
So, who would win in a death match, Ernest or Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman.
Really, dude? Ernest has some size
All
on him.
day.
Oh, dude.
I don't care.
Side note.
Yes.
They're bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch on MTV.
For real?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's going to be so different now, though. They're not going to do a claymation. They're going to do it
Real life.
all on the computer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, real life would be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Throw in,
Pee Wee for sure.
I
Pee
was
Wee's got all them gadgets, man.
gonna say for Celebrity Deathmatch, throwing Justin Bieber and Terry Crews. I'm all for that.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yep.
How about Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga? She'd probably rip his ass apart.
How about Justin Bieber and anybody? As long as Justin Bieber dies, then it's a good day.
Oh God. I
All right,
concur.
So this one,
Your
for
turn.
my pick, you guys are probably going to be on this one, and I liked this a lot as a kid, and you realize when you get older that it really sucked. It really did. But playing the video game when you were younger, like you just wanted this to happen. You wanted them to embody it.
I know your
So,
pick.
Yes.
Super Mario
Go.
Brothers.
Yes, that's on my list too.
How could I forget about that? That was awful. It was really bad.
It was so awesome as a kid, though. Not because of its ties to Mario, just like it was a good movie, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, this isn't the same thing.
Yeah, it sucked. But as a kid, I still liked it. I still watched it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
John
As an
Leguizamo,
adult,
you
I've
know?
still watched it a bunch of times.
Did Michael Bay
it's
do that one?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
probably.
surprise me.
He probably did.
Dude, you know what they
The
messed
guy
up?
that played
Go ahead, Gil.
the guy that played Mario, he's so ashamed of that movie.
Yeah.
He died.
He really regrets
He
that.
died
He
last
passed
year.
away. He was a good actor.
Bob Haskins, right?
Yeah, Hoskins. Yeah, he was a good actor.
Yeah, he came out in Roger Rabbit.
Dude, the
I mean, they could have made it. They could have made it fun. Like they could have really done a good job with it, but they went out way left field and they, made it really weird. And
Dude, it was
Bro,
one
those
of those.
Goombas were scary.
Dude,
the Goombas. Yeah.
they alienated the Mario fans, like because they didn't. It wasn't really like a Mario movie. You know what I mean? Like, where was Bowser? Bowser was the dude who mutated. Like, it was just,
Dennis Hopper was Bowser.
Yeah.
With the cornrows.
And they had
or was he Bowser or King Koopa? Yeah, he's Bowser. Yeah. And why did they use Princess Daisy instead of Princess Peach?
I don't know.
Why? Peach was like the main princess, right? So why used? I don't. It's weird.
It's one of those changing it just to change it. Fail.
Right.
Some dinosaurs were dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs were people.
Dude, but is it me or did Dennis Hopper not have like this hip hop swag in that? He had cornrows. He had dino cornrows.
Yeah, and he had definitely some swag to him,
Yep.
It's early 90s.
Dino
man, everybody had
cornrows.
cornrows.
He did. He had like little like scales. Whose pick? Is it my pick?
Gil.
I think it's mine.
Oh, okay.
That's mine. All right, I'm gonna mention two movies because they're and I think they're the same. I'm gonna mention Three Ninjas and Surf Ninja.
Man, I ain't even watched
Dude,
those.
I love Three Ninjas.
Yes, both on my list too.
They're both on your list? Yeah. I don't know. I thought Three Ninjas it was dope because when I was a kid, I was into karate. I just kicked everything in sight, and I wanted to be one of them. But I don't know. As an adult, I'm like, yo, this is really crappy and cheesy. But I felt like they were the same movie. And then Three Ninjas, they had Leslie Nielsen as the bad dude, which was cheesy as hell. And
Wasn't Hulk Hogan one of them?
It was. Yes, he was.
Oh, that reminds me of all those Hulk Hogan movies. I forgot what they're called.
No Holds
But he had
Barred?
like that whole series. No, I forgot. He had
Mr. Nanny.
No,
Mr. Nanny. Or some, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, but Hulk Hogan, okay, let me just say this. The Rock and Vin Diesel bit off of Hulk Hogan because they did those babysitter type movies, and Hogan did it first.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
yeah,
those are
in my opinion, Arnold got that. Played it way better than all of them. He like Kindergarten Cop.
yeah.
He was by
Jingle
far
All the Way.
way more interesting. Yeah, Jingle All the Way by far.
Kill your connection is like this is terrible right now, bud.
Good. It's not just mine.
Is he frozen on your screen? Look at him.
Yeah.
He's frozen with
Okay,
like
he's
that
back.
face, like,
He's back. Do a mic check, Gil.
I thought that was just mine. And I was like, crap.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, you're
Hello?
right now.
Yeah, you're good. So
We,
All right.
we caught all that. I got you, buddy.
Yeah. To touch on the ninjas one. You remember? You remember the scene where they come into the house and then they paint themselves completely white so that when
My favorite.
they had like the mask on and they were all white so that when they walked in the room he walked right past them, blended in with the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. I was like, those kids are smart, man. Those smart.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, as a
have
kid,
diarrhea.
What's up, Gil?
did you not hear that or no?
As a kid,
No.
you said as a kid something.
As a kid, it was cool, but now as an adult, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got this awesome robotic thing going on, dude. It's like it's elevating the podcast. It's great.
Right.
You got some special effects.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
That's okay, bro. It's not your fault. Is it my pick?
Your go. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gil is gonna be no. I'm not gonna get there. I'm not gonna even touch that one yet. I'm just gonna drop this one real quick. Every Steven Seagal movie. Every one.
I'm with you.
Every single one, dude. When you were younger, you're like, oh, that's awesome. I want to learn that martial art. And then when you get older, you're like, how do you bump into people and snap both their arms? Like, it is so ridiculous, dude. Like, he was like untouchable. Like, the dude will like tap you and like you're in a full body cast. It was just like, man, I can't.
Dude, he had the cheesiest. He had like the cheesiest Krav Maga moves and stuff like that. You know, he'd like do all these like, you know.
Dude, he would. You know what was funny though? When he would like hold someone's arm and slowly snap it, that would make me laugh.
Yeah.
It'd be like a pause and the guy screaming like, and then it'd just be like, like that, the arm would go backwards. It was pretty brutal because, you know, 80s movies are like crazy back then.
Yeah.
That's the only parts I liked about his movies. And then he'd do like that squinty face. He kind of had like a cross between Renee Zellweger and Bruce Willis face going on. It was like a squinty, like he smells something bad face. I don't know. Anyway, those are my picks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who's up?
I got
That brings it to me,
you, Paulie?
Yeah. So my next movie is Rookie of the Year. I don't know if you guys remember this. This is Henry Rowan Gardner or something like that. He breaks his arm, and then like the tendons get tight, so now he throws like 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. And he gets signed to the major leagues because he can throw a fastball just as fast as every other fastball pitcher. So, and Gary Busey's not crazy yet.
That dude lost his mind.
He said he wasn't crazy yet.
It was great as a kid, and then you watch it as an adult, and you're like, this movie sucks. I can't believe it's not Angels in the Outfield, which was a great movie then. It's still
that still stands today.
Now.
That still stands today.
No, yeah. Well, it's because Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in that movie, so that guy can do no wrong.
I never seen that one. Or Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year is just no good.
Didn't that same kid do the he did that cheesy movie where it went back in time to like went to medieval times, and he has like same actor, right?
Black Knight?
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. He was a part of the American Pie table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. When he was an adult.
Yeah. So mine is I have to admit this guilty pleasure to you guys and to everyone that's listening. And I actually enjoyed this Batman movie as a kid, and it was super cheesy, but to be honest, I just loved it. And if it was still on TV today, I'd probably still watch it for the cheese factor. But I don't know how the studios got this through as a legitimate Batman film, Batman and Robin. With Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
There's a chill. There's a chill coming.
And Bane is some like over pumped up steroid.
What is purple veins popping out and all like ballooned up?
Yeah.
But that's actually truer to Bane than what Christopher Nolan did.
Yeah, Bane would get juiced up in the comics real big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be honest, as a kid I loved that Batman. I didn't respect that Batman movie, but I love that Batman movie.
I don't think anybody did.
I didn't get George Clooney.
No.
I didn't get the like why cast him? How does he appeal to children? He doesn't at all.
That chin, man.
Piss off, George Clooney. You're a great actor, but stay out of the kids' movies.
Well, the funny part is it wasn't a kid's movie. It was supposed to be an adult movie, but it was so cheesy that it ended up being a kid's movie.
It was cheesy and colorful.
Yeah.
All those movies after the 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton, every movie after that was basically made solely to get toy sales. action figures and all that stuff. So the cheesier, the better, because they're trying to appeal to kids so that they can convince their parents to buy them toys.
Can I just argue though that I loved the Batmobile with like the neon blue in that?
Which, wait a minute, was that
Nothing
the,
says creature of the night like black lights on your car.
was that the colorful one that looked like a Nike sneaker?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
That's
goodness,
the one.
dude.
It had the neon blue electric lighting and stuff like that. It looked like it. Yeah, it looked like it came right out of Nike's warehouse. You know.
They should have just put that in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
Yo, let me just drop one Mr. Freeze gem by Arnie. Let's kick some ice. He said that in the movie. Let's kick some ice.
What is
Ice and gummies.
You know some other ones. What's some other ones?
I'm putting you on ice. I'm checking out the.
You have a list of them pulled up in front of you.
I'm looking at them right now. Freeze in hell, Batman. Get to the chopper, but freeze. Super cheesy.
Yeah, you gotta admit though that's just fun for the cheese factor.
Yeah.
Arnie ball-headed is just
Or the
weird.
freeze factor.
That was terrible making too, man.
Yeah.
Like, his costume was just horrible.
Everyone's costume was horrible. Even Batman. That's the one that had nipples, right?
I was just going to say that.
That's what they decided to give it to him.
That's the one that offended people for some reason. They were like, people were legitimately offended because Batman had nipples.
Yeah.
You know?
Nipples?
If anything,
How
Batman, the point of Batman is to put fear in the hearts of criminals. Like, I think it's kind of disturbing having nipples, so I think it accomplished the end goal.
Yeah, it made him real, made him real scared.
What was the point of that?
Oh, God. Whose pick?
All right, what you got, Gil?
All right. I'm going to have to say Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if you I thought it was absolutely, like, it was fun as a kid, and I think that was the beginning of Eddie Murphy's spiral downhill of a career, dude. Like,
Dude,
that was
who told him to do that movie? For real.
Everybody around
Someone
him.
who hates him.
You know he had a bad agent at that time because he was taking some bad movies.
Yes, he was. I mean, and then along came Nutty Professor, where he played like several parts. I think that was the beginning of the end for him.
Nutty was okay. That was a hit. Nutty was a hit.
Nutty Professor, yeah, I did like it, but Vampire in Brooklyn was
Dude, Vampire,
questionable.
Vampire in Brooklyn was like, I don't even know which vampires are prettier, like that one or the ones in Twilight. Like, he was like a pretty boy vampire. He had like some swag. He was trying to hit on chicks, and like, it was weird.
He had that swag. He had that perm going. Oh, you can't hate on that perm.
Light
brown
waves
contacts. Going. Yeah.
Super weird. He looked like who's Iron Man's enemy? Mandarin. He looked like Mandarin kind of, but without the rings and just like a good tan.
Yeah, he did.
He had a mustache in it, right? Or like a weird kind of like goatee.
He had a goatee.
Yeah, it was like a weird goatee.
Dude, if you're a vampire, like, okay, if you're a vampire, the way it normally goes is you're just basically like, when you get bit, you're like frozen the way you are, right? So
yeah, whatever age you are.
He wouldn't like edge up that goatee. He just had that goatee when he was bit.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Dude,
no, he could probably shave it.
Bro, what if
you just don't age?
Still be growing.
You just don't age anymore.
Bro, check this out. What if you were doing real bad one month and you just needed a haircut and had a shave and you got bit and you got to walk around
stuck like that forever?
Why all vampires look Why all vampires look all pretty? Like, come on, that's not realistic. There's no vampires that got bit just out of bed.
Hey, I think in argument, that's the whole point of Dracula.
I ain't seen one unibrow. That I call falsehood.
You never seen one ugly Dracula because they got that swag. They have to get you invited into the. They got to get invited into your house. And they got to get close to your neck. So
that's how they survive.
Right. They got to have that pretty boy swag.
Dude,
What about Nosferatu?
if I was about to
Oh,
get big,
he's messed up, man.
I would legit.
Yeah.
If I was looking rough,
Shit.
if I was looking rough, I would legit tell the Dracula dude, I'd be like, yo. I'd be like, hold up. Give me like 5 minutes to shave. Like, give me a second. If I'm going to be stuck like this. Anyway. Who's up?
I digress.
I think you're up.
I got a valid point.
I know what you're gonna say.
Don't hate on my point. It's valid, Brian. All right. Okay, you guys are probably going to hate on me for this one, too. It was a disappointment. Well, like when you watch it when you're younger, you're like, hell yeah. When you grow up, it's like cheesy. Mortal Kombat, the movie.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of that one. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
I agree.
Yes,
I
man.
totally agree.
But
I watched it now, and I'm like,
I gotta say this.
First one was really corny. I think the second one was really
terrible. But I gotta say this. I respect like the fight scenes, like the martial arts. Like there's a scene where Reptile fought Liu Kang. That was kind of cool. Scorpion, they played out. Freaking Johnny Cage kills him. Lame. And then Sub-Zero hardly had any screen time. He gets like wiped out like right away. It's Sub-Zero.
Reptile was cheesy as hell.
I liked Reptile.
No, I liked Reptile like when he was the Green Ninja. Yeah. He had the cool fight scene with Liu Kang, but not when he was like that cheesy looking reptile.
They had those like Power Ranger scenes where the music, it was like dude, they were like fighting and he was doing like
tell me you didn't rock that soundtrack.
I was.
Tell me right now if you pulled it up on YouTube. Tell me right now if you watch that on YouTube, that fight scene with Reptile and Liu Kang, you would not get pumped up.
It was cool.
Is that the bicycle kick scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That was kind of weird.
Badass.
But
actually, I kind of want to watch the movie now. So,
dude,
I agree with you.
Like,
yes. As a kid, you're like, this is completely awesome. But then as you get older, it's
let me ask this: what the hell was up with Goro? He was super, dude. What was his budget? $50? They just gave a guy $50. Make me a Goro. Like, dude, super cheesy animatronics, horrible costume. Dude, like his motions didn't even like match. Like he was like, it was so stupid. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, man.
Definitely was.
Anyway,
you know what?
I think like in the second.
Actually,
I think.
Go ahead, Paul.
Go ahead, go. No, go.
No, I think in the second or third part of Mortal Kombat, they gave Raiden a buzz cut, which I thought it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so weird.
Christopher.
So what I was going to say was at the end of the first one, when they show I can't remember his name, but like they beat Shang Tsung, and then Kung Lao I think might be the guy.
His mom.
Right? And he's in the sky, and he's looking at him, and he's badass in the ending of the first one. Shao Kahn, that's the one. And then the second one starts, and it starts with like the ending from the first one, but it's some dude in like a mask, like not even a full like the first one they made it look like he was like a demon, you know, and the second one they made it look like it was just some dude wearing a old Roman like war helmet.
Yeah, which is how Shao Kahn really looks.
Ruined it.
Yeah, dude, you know who was actually a really good...
They made him so badass, and then they made him not awesome.
I got to give props to one guy in the movie, though. The guy who they picked to play Kano, he was badass. The British dude, he was kind of big.
He was.
He died, though. He committed suicide.
Yeah.
Like
he was a perfect.
He was perfect for Kano.
He was a perfect Kano, though.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, he was.
You want some, baby? Like he was like super cheesy, but he was a good physical role for that.
It was perfect. I couldn't think of a better. And Kano was like one of my favorite guys to play with too. When I played Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. I thought Scorpion looked good too.
I think maybe we should come back to a whole episode on Mortal Kombat.
All right,
I guess.
Whose pick?
All right, my next pick is I loved this as a kid, man. I loved it. I had all the merchandise. I would go to Burger King or McDonald's, and I'd get all the toys and everything. You know, I had like the little characters when they came out. Space Jam.
I have that, of course.
Dude, tell me you didn't love that movie as a kid.
Are you kidding me?
I never cared for
I
it.
Dude,
still secretly
I
love
must have watched that movie like about 100 times.
Exactly.
Yeah, I seen that movie a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
I thought
one
it
of
was
those
pretty
VHS
dope.
tapes that wore out pretty quick.
Yeah. I love that movie as a kid, but when you watch it now, it's, really cheesy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're talking about making a remake.
That's what I
with
heard,
that.
yeah. Heard there.
Yeah,
LeBron
I
James
don't know if I
this
want
time,
to
right?
see that. Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I have Space Jam on DVD right now, and I watched it not that long ago, and I still enjoy it. It's corny, but I still enjoy the movie.
hmm
Yeah.
You gotta admit that it's definitely too cheesy to watch, though.
I never cared for it.
Yeah,
Even
but
back then.
no, it's not too
Yeah.
cheesy to watch. That's why I still watch it. Makes me want to play basketball with Bill Murray.
Bill Murray had skills in that movie though.
No, he was terrible. He just got lucky in the All-Star game.
So that's mine.
Monster.
Who's up?
All right, who's next?
Paul?
My list is retired. It's over. I've gone through all my
Okay.
movies.
Gil, you got another one?
I'm gonna have to say Howard the Duck.
That,
I
dude,
can't say I've
what?
seen it.
What? Dude,
It's
what?
Howard the
mad
Duck.
cheesy, dude.
It was
It's
awesome as
I
a kid.
disagree, dude.
Yo,
Howard the
I'm
Duck.
sorry. I saw it the other day on TV.
Donald
I'm
Duck who
sorry.
likes to get laid,
Dude,
and
man.
smoke and drink.
I loved it back then, and I love it today. Howard the
Yeah, I
Duck.
thought it was a little bit cheesy. I'm sorry.
Dude, he looked
I saw it the
good.
other day.
Cheesy, but it's still a fun movie to watch.
Can I just say this? Like, it's kind of a spoiler for Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, what was up with Howard the Duck at the end of that? He looked like he hasn't been doing well throughout these years. He looked all, like, skinny and cracked
Look
out.
at his habits, man.
Like-
You think he's going to be doing well. Right,
That's
so
true,
Brian's
that's
never
true.
seen it. Brian, Howard
No.
the Duck is
Oh,
a live action, but a man in like a Jim Henson costume. Donald Duck. It's Marvel's version of Donald Duck,
Yeah.
right? So he's a grown up. He drinks, he smokes, he goes out and picks up hookers. Typical dude stuff. And obviously there was a whole comic book series on it, but there's also this movie that came out, what was that, 80s? Late 80s?
yep.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty enjoyable movie, but Gil's right, it's so freaking cheesy. And when
It's
you're an
cheesy,
adult
but-
watching it.
The main villain,
But it's
dude,
fun to
oh
watch.
my God.
Looks like you're alone. You're alone, Dave.
Hey, man. Howard the Duck to me is
Yeah.
like Big Trouble in Little China. Like, it's like cheesy, but I can rock
That's
with that.
That was the first
Oh,
Mortal Kombat movie for me.
Big Trouble in Little China is gangster. That I could watch 100 times.
Dude, the electricity, dude. What?
And I don't
he
even
was
like
a better.
Kurt
He was a better
Russell.
rating than Mortal Kombat. Like he
Yeah.
was the man. He was boss.
Dude, I used to want to shoot electricity bolts when I was a kid because of that dude. That was awesome.
Brian,
I
did you
thought
see
the
that
version
one
of
or no?
Toro was better
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's Kurt Russell. That's in his his
Oh, yeah.
fame of everything going on during that time. That's when he was on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, guys, I got one more. I don't know if
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
okay.
We already talked about one of the ones on my list. So
Yeah, we're almost like wrap up time for this episode, but I'm just gonna drop a combination of two movie series, and I'm not really hating on them. Like I like them as a kid, and I hate them as an adult, but they're just a lot different to me as an adult. I'm gonna say all the Freddy and all the Jason movies. I was afraid of them when I was younger, and now I watch them and they're like funny to me. Like I laugh.
that's true. Yeah, it's very the cheesy gore, that you were scared of as a kid, and now you look back and you're like, that freaking idiot is walking 2 miles an hour and everyone's falling every 2 seconds.
It's funny, dude. Like there was one where Jason bent the sheriff's legs like all the way back and like snapped his back. Dude, he folded him like origami. Like it was just like snap.
Yeah.
And like all the Freddy kills with the one-liners. It's just awesome, dude. It's funny to me.
I guess
Freddy's my dude, man. You can't. Freddy's my dude.
you're right. When you're a kid, you see him as a horror. When you're an adult, you see it as a comedy, basically.
Yeah. But that's it, man. Those are all my picks.
Yeah. I'm wrapped up. I'm wrapped up.
So What do you
That
think?
was a good one, and we surprisingly didn't argue too much on it.
Yeah, we kept it
We
pretty
pretty
good.
much agreed most of those times.
Yeah.
Except for Howard the Duck. I hate all of you.
That's the
I'm
only.
never getting on this podcast
Oh.
again.
All right, guys. So that looks like that wraps our episode 17 on movies that we thought were awesome when we were younger and now have an incredible cheese factor. If you haven't seen any of these movies, definitely go check them out. You're going to realize exactly what we're talking about with being super cheesy. There's not one on this list that we would not put in that cheesiness category. So we had fun, 4 of us on here. I think
excuse the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
but that's what happens when
we
try
kept
stuff
it.
like that.
The
I think we
podcast
kept it
couldn't
rolling.
handle the awesomeness of us
Yeah,
four.
it was going to explode.
We're like Voltron, but reviewers.
All right, guys.
so,
hit
you
us up on Twitter
Yep.
at Newbreed Film.
And you can hit us up on Facebook at Newbreed Film Reviews. And you can also hit us up on iTunes or Podomatic.
And Gmail, which is newbreedfilmreviews2014 at Gmail. And feel free to email and agree with me on Howard the Duck, because I got to show these guys.
All right,
I
guys.
already told you I like
All right.
Howard the Duck.
Good night, fellas.
Later.
Good night.
Good night.